Attacked so many times, death threats, I've been sexualized, I've been threatened, I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
Reese destroyed. Angel Reese new Billboard failed miserably after new shoes flop. You are not Clark. What's good, World Hoopers? It's your boy Johnny Liquidator, and today we're dissecting a marketing campaign that went so spectacularly wrong.
Every day the sun don't shine, but I love tomorrow. Like, you're not gonna have, every day is not gonna be a great day, and a lot of times in my life, I felt like I was down. But
it's still sending ripples of cringe across the WNBA. We're talking about Angel Reese, her new Reebok signature shoe, and a billboard in Indianapolis that was supposed to scream takeover, but ended up whispering epic flop. Get ready for the cold, hard truth about manufactured hype versus undeniable star power. Because this All-Star Weekend debacle exposed a reality some players just can't seem to accept. Angel Reese walked into the spotlight of the WNBA All-Star Weekend with the confidence of someone expecting a red carpet welcome.
And you personally started the run that won this game. How do you find this in you each and every time to be such a winner?
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes.
She had it all planned out. Debut her Reebok signature shoe, unleash her I'm in your city campaign right in Caitlin Clark's hometown of Indianapolis, and bask in the glow of what she thought would be record-breaking viewership and shoe sales. Instead, what she got was a masterclass in why you can't manufacture star power and why banking your entire marketing strategy on someone else's star is a recipe for disaster. She genuinely believed she could manufacture the same magic that Caitlin Clark creates effortlessly. Not through talent, not through genuine draw, but through proximity to greatness. We shall never know peace, at least when it comes to the WNBA space. It was this ad that Angel put out, and I don't know if this was part of a larger campaign where it's going to be similar themes in similar places, but because of where the WNBA AllStar Game is and because of who plays on the Indiana Fever in the home city of the WNBA AllStar Game, this is going to raise some eyebrows. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Angel Reese's signature shoe with Reebok. The Angel Reese one, unveiled in two colorways, Diamond Dust and Maybounds, was positioned as the next big thing in women's basketball footwear. Reebok and Reese made a massive push around the All-Star Game, timing the Maybound release perfectly for maximum exposure. The problem? The exposure came at exactly the wrong time and for all the wrong reasons. It's one of those things where it's like when it's very clear that one side is absolutely trying to milk whatever rivalry there is. Whatever rivalry there is, it is one side try to do everything they can to keep it together because that is where they're going to be at their most relevant. Reese had built her entire marketing strategy around one fundamental miscalculation, that Caitlin Clark's presence at the All-Star Game would translate into massive viewership, which would then translate into shoe sales for her. She thought she could ride the Caitlin Clark wave, not by being better, not by creating her own compelling narrative, but simply by being in the same arena when Clark was expected to light up the scoreboard. But here's where it gets delicious. Clark got injured. A groin injury suffered just days before the All-Star Game meant that the league's biggest draw, the person whose mere presence could turn a Tuesday night game in Wisconsin into must-see television, would be sitting on the bench in street clothes. The numbers don't lie, and they tell a story more brutal than any scripted drama. The 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, featuring Caitlin Clark, drew a record-breaking 3.44 million viewers. It was appointment television.
okay. Oh, Mariah, okay. Me and Brooklyn.
What's your type?
Yeah, let's talk
Well,
about
who? I really want to see who you gonna pop
that. I
out
love
with.
these combos.
The kind of cultural moment that transcends sports and becomes water cooler conversation for days. Fast forward to 2025. Without Clark playing, the All-Star Game plummeted to 2.19 million viewers, a devastating 36% drop. But here's the kicker. That wasn't just any 36% drop. That was a 36% drop in Clark's own hometown, during an event specifically designed to capitalize on her drawing power. The WNBA All-Star Game went down 36%. That is a lot. That's more than a third from last year. Last year was over 3.44 million people, and it went down to 2.19 million. Now you could say it's a success. Yeah, for a women's sport, that is still a lot of people. But at the same time, it really isn't a success because think about it, it's the only sport playing. It's the only game that's going. Anyone can draw that. And this is with all the stars. Remember, guys, if you are enjoying, please subscribe. The WNBA AllStar Game ratings have come out, and all I could think of right off the bat was four little letters. FAFO, F asterisk, 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 around and find out. You bleep around and find out what this league looks like without Caitlin Clark being involved in your biggest events. Kathy Engelbert, this should be a perfect example of why you need to get your officiating cleaned up and you need to have a talk with your players in the league. Angel Reese watched her marketing strategy crumble in real time. The tickets that were supposed to be hot commodities, they crashed 48% in value the moment Clark was ruled out, dropping from $121 to just $64 for the cheapest seats. Even the secondary market couldn't save her. Fans simply weren't interested in paying premium prices to watch an all-star game without the league's biggest star. Nothing epitomized the tone-deafness of Reese's marketing approach quite like her "I'm in your city" campaign. The audacity was breathtaking. Launching a territorial takeover campaign in Indianapolis, literally Caitlin Clark's hometown, while Clark was injured and couldn't even play. The campaign featured Billboard, social media pushes, and messaging that screamed territorial dominance. Reese even posted Instagram videos captioned, "I'm in your city," with promotional content titled, "Walk in your trap. Take over your trap." The WNBA All-Star Weekend is supposed to be the star of all stars. All the big dogs are out. Aya Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart. Everybody's out. The big dogs are out. You got the rookie, you got Angel Reese, Miss Me Too. All of the stars are here. And look at this news. The get-in price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has dropped 48%, from $121 to just $64 after news broke that Caitlin Clark won't be playing. The problem when you're trying to take over someone's city, but that someone isn't even there to defend it, you just look opportunistic and frankly desperate. Fans saw right through it. Social media exploded with criticism, with one user tweeting she can't even promote her own shoe without using Caitlin Clark. Another pointed out, there are more photographers than fans, LOL. The entire campaign reeked to someone trying to claim victory by default. Like showing up to a race after your competition got injured and then celebrating like you won fairly. You can barely dribble. You miss layups on purpose and they record them as rebounds. You be stat padding. You don't elevate your players. You went to a stacked LSU team. You hear me? My precious CC owns you. You want to know the record? She is 5-2 against you. You beat her in college one time, that championship. But what happened the year after that? She sent you home. You hear me? And wave to your coach. You hear me? This is the raw sentiment from fans who see through the manufactured drama. Let's put this in perspective. Angel Reese had everything going for her that weekend. She was in Indianapolis, supposedly taking over the city. She had her signature shoe launching. She had billboards and social media campaigns. She even had the home team advantage with the All-Star Game literally being played in what she was calling her city for the weekend. And still nobody cared. The WNBA tried to spin the numbers positively, comparing 2025's viewership to 2023's 850,000 viewers, conveniently skipping over 2024's Clark-driven record. But everyone saw through that PR move. The league was essentially admitting that without Clark, they were back to pre-phenomenon levels of interest. Even more damning, the three-point contest and skills challenge on Friday night drew 1.32 million viewers, a 90% increase from the previous year. But here's the thing. That increase wasn't because of Angel Reese or anyone else. It was still the residual Caitlin Clark effect, people tuning in hoping to catch a glimpse of the superstar who had transformed the league. Fans sent a blatant message, a shot across the bow. Your ship, well, without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, and all their pay us what you owe us action, that action will sink. WNBA All-Star Game sees ratings drop without Caitlin Clark, and it's ugly. It's real ugly. Angel Reese's fundamental miscalculation wasn't just about timing. It was about understanding what actually drives consumer interest. She looked at Caitlin Clark's shoe deals and thought, I can do that too. She saw Clark's Nike Kobe 5 Pro sell out in minutes, with resale prices hitting $600 for a $190 shoe, and thought the same thing would happen for her. But here's what she missed. Clark shoes don't sell just because they're Clark shoes. They sell because Clark has created a genuine connection with fans through her play, her personality, and her authenticity. When Clark signed her 8-year, $28 million Nike deal, it wasn't just about the money. It was about a brand recognizing a once-in-a-generation talent who could genuinely move the needle. Industry insiders predict Clark's signature shoe launching in 2026 could become a $100 to $150 million business. That's not hype. That's based on actual demand demonstrated through years of sold-out arenas, record-breaking viewership, and genuine fan engagement. Compare that to Angel Reese's shoe launch during All-Star Weekend. Crickets.